Hi. So there's a lot of hype going around nowadays. If you open the internet, it's Johnny Depp's trial, Johnny Depp versus Heard, and obviously I was watching it too, and all because of Johnny Depp, of course. Great fan of him. But the thing is, and then I went on to look, of course, see the witnesses and everybody, and then I went on a lot of videos about how the body language, on what do the people say about the body language. So, as this is my work as well, I thought making another video on the body language is everybody must be watching the videos. So, instead of making a video on the body language of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, I wanted to make the video on the body language of their witnesses because they deserve too. The story should be told. But before I start, please do subscribe my channel, like and subscribe and share. German Pradesi with my society talks. Just a little bit of Amber Heard. I'm sorry, I'm keep on taking her name wrong. Okay, basics. When she was sitting on a stand for her testimony, she was sitting very straight. She was sitting with her chin up, looking down, and she was doing too much of this, and this. So these are the main. I've done the actions so that you know what I'm talking about. These are the main actions when you're telling a lie, when you're trying to evade the truth. Let me put it like that. When you're trying to evade the truth, these are the body languages. The person who's sitting very straight, looking up, chin up, and looking down at you has a very, very big inferiority complex, and he or she is trying to give you or portray to you that they have a superiority complex. You are under them. You know what I mean? So this was her reaction. Regardless of any other thing, this was the reaction that a psychologist or a person who has done study in body language would tell you. This was Amber Heard. And then Johnny Depp. So if you have watched Johnny Depp on his when he was giving the testimony, he was like very relaxed. He was a little bit hunched. He was sitting on a side, trying to take the support of the side of the place, that little wall that was there. And he had his hand like this, and he was like giving his testimony, and he was very, very slow. I don't know if that is his character. I don't know him personally. I wish I could, but maybe it's his character. I don't know, but very, very slow. But as a body language analysis, these signs are in the people who are abused, who have gone through an abuse, any kind of abuse, mental, physical, whatever. They are the people. Hunched means you've had it, and sitting back, leaning with something means you want to have support. And he was talking very slowly, but he was very relaxed, very relaxed. And this is the point that I'm going to. The difference between Amber Heard's witnesses and the witnesses of Johnny Depp. So the witnesses of Amber Heard, I'll start with that. They are everybody. There's a doctor who, I don't know, whatever, you name it. Her sister, everybody that came on the stand, they were all arrogant. They were all ready to fight. They were all very tense. Their body language was extremely tense. They argued, and the one thing that I noticed was that whenever they were asked a question, there was never a yes or a no answer. And this is done when you're trying to evade the truth. You go this way, but you never say yes or no as an answer, unless the lawyers really blocked them down to the point. The surgeon who had never seen, who had never done anything on him, was giving a testimony about his fingers. This was totally off. That we had some good laughable moments as well. The Zoomania the Dr. Spiegel. I'm sorry, I can't seem to get his name right, but I'll write it down because that is not correct. Should not take the name wrong. So I'll not. But he was, apart from taking his name wrong, everything other that he did was wrong, because he was biased. He knew nothing of what he was saying. He was in the, as we say in German, he was in Kampf mode, in the fight modus, you know. He was fighting the lawyers. He was fighting the judge. Her sister, she was always looking at her. And Amber Heard was sitting, if you have noticed, she was sitting and she was looking at her like this. Do you get my point? These are the basic features of a person who is trying to control you, you know, and tell you how to do with the eyes. So they were like, let me read out the points that I read. Yeah, they were like aggressive. They were defensive for themselves. They contradicted themselves, all the witnesses. If you go back and watch every single testimony that the witnesses gave from the side of Amber, they all contradicted themselves. There was a, I don't know, it was like, I always had a laugh after I watched them, because it was funny somehow. It was sad how these people clowned themselves, but it was really sad as well. In parallel, the witness that Johnny Depp has called, Dr. Hughes versus Dr. Curry, if you would. Dr. Curry was like, she was relaxed, totally in her job, you know. It was like Dr. Hughes' attitude was, I'm telling a lie, try and prove me right. And she was very, very biased. Dr. Curry, in her testimony, Elaine, I think, is the lawyer of Amber Heard. She tried to really grill her. The muffins were really hilarious, but she knew her job. She knew what she was talking about, and she had really done some work on Amber Heard, so she could know what she's talking about. The other witnesses they called, they didn't know Johnny Depp from Amber Heard's side. But Dr. Curry, she knew Amber Heard. And that's why she is the only person who I believe, because I was watching her and she said she has a borderline, and the descriptions that she gave from the borderline patients were exactly what Amber Heard is showing at the moment. If you look, I hope the jury looks at her and see, they were all polite. They were all relaxed. If you see the testimony of the police officers, the answers were yes, no, correct, yes, not. So just simple answers, yes, no answers, because they were telling the truth. They were saying it as it is. So if you ask me personally, I think after all that I've watched, I don't know. I mean, this is up to the jury what they decide. But if they would look, you know, if they would really look, then I would think it should go in favor of Johnny Depp. When normally people come to us, then it is 90% in my job, 90% women and 10% men. And when they come for home abuse, we automatically take it that the man has been the abuser and the woman is the one who's been abused. And I sat down to watch this trial because it's intrigued me. Of course, I was interested in what Johnny Depp has to say, but I'm not being biased. I started looking down, and then I started looking down as a professional, and then I started looking at as a human being. That's what Johnny Depp has done in this trial. He has shown features. He's given in. He is not a perfect man, but he did give in that he did have problems. But the problems that he had does not come one-to-one with what Amber Heard is telling. You know, he was not abusive. He could be drunk at some time. He could be he could have taken whatever, but he did not abuse her. I don't know. The real people who know is Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, and it is up to the jury to decide what really they think about it. But this was my heartfelt opinion, what I've been watching in this trial. If you have any suggestions, please do comment and share my channel and subscribe. Till then, German Padesi, Meditative Saruk.